Good morning, my name is Derek Arrowood and I am proud to be the superintendent of Hamilton Heights School Corporation. Today is Wednesday, January 4th, 2023. This is the 86th volume of the monthly update, 5 things you need to know that are going on in the Hamilton Heights School Corporation. So let's roll. Number 1, you need to know that before Christmas, before the holiday break, we have a staff wellness committee. And the purpose of the staff wellness committee, led by Mrs. Emily Beechler, is to help our staff get healthier. And one of the ways we get healthier is they swim in the mornings, and they work out, and they eat better, and they drink a bunch of water. Another way they get healthier is mental health. And so one of the things we wanted to do before Christmas was give back. So the way we did that was we worked with the International Disaster organization in Noblesville called IDES, a local guy whose parents of several Huskies, Mr. England, helped connect us with them, and the group that came together, we had 90 staff members and their kids came together, and we had some students help as well, and we made 15,960 meals to send to Honduras for people who need food. And so these are packets that you put together with rice and beans, and it's a kind of a stew thing, and it was really cool to get to work together, and really proud of Mrs. Beechler for putting that together, and it was really fun. My daughter helped me, and several of our staff members' kids helped, and it was really a cool thing. So congratulations to our wellness committee, 15,960 meals made to send off someplace else to help people in need. That's number 1. Number 2, this Saturday, today is Wednesday, January 4th, and we may or may not get this out, but before then, but this Saturday, January 7th, our girls basketball team will have their annual breast cancer awareness game. They got pink uniforms that they wear. Our girls are really good too, by the way. They're ranked in the top 20 in the state of all classes. They've had a really great season. They're doing really good work on the court, but they're also amazing off the court. So they raise money for breast cancer awareness. They'll have these cool pink uniforms. If we get this out, that the JV game starts at 12:30 and the varsity will play at 2 p.m. that afternoon. If not, you'll be reading a bunch of stuff about it. But no, our high school teams don't just do good work on the courts and on the fields. They also do good work off the court and off the field. And this is just one more example of that. Number 3, we are in Mrs. Fergal's classroom at Hamilton Heights Middle School, and we're here, not necessarily for a good reason, but behind me is a small group testing room that we have, and above that in the ceiling is our sprinkler system. And you know, it got really cold over Christmas, and that sprinkler system froze and burst, and we had water over the place. Rodney Freeman, who's the director of talent and the executive communicator for the monthly update, is going to fly a picture in, but we had a lot of water on the floor in the middle school, and this was the day after Christmas. And Craig Wolfgang, who's our technology director, again, staff wellness, he was in our middle school working out. The alarms go off when the sprinkler system goes off. He comes down here and finds water all over the place. And so we got the water shut off relatively quickly, but there was a lot of water on the floor. So big props to Dory Hostetler, who's our facilities manager, and Kristen McCarney, who's our business manager. They got all the team together, and our maintenance crew and our custodial crew. They spent pretty much all of break cleaning up, and special thanks to Bolden's Cleaners and their work. Bolden's Cleaner has a Husky connection. Gloria Jackson is Gloria Schulenberg. She's part owner of that company, and she's a Husky graduate of the class of 1986. So thanks to Bolden's for their help in getting us ready. We didn't have to miss any school. There are some things missing in our hallways and things like that because we're still drying out the building, but the insurance guy was just in here measuring stuff. So the goal was not to miss any school, and thanks to Dory and her team for making that happen, and especially to Bolden's for making sure to keep us on track to get back to school this week. And we're back in here. I got a couple students working in here right now, getting ready to get even smarter than they already are. Number 4, I want to talk about a local guy, Joe Rudy. Joe Rudy drives a bus for Noblesville, but he also is a great husband to Trisha Rudy, who's our elementary counselor. Joe has opened a bike shop in Cicero, and Channel 13 thinks Joe Rudy is so cool that they ran an article about him because Joe was giving away free bicycles in Cicero before Christmas. So I really like Joe. Joe is very active in our Teach One to Lead One program. He teaches one of those classes at the high school. He's also a great bicycle mechanic, and I'm sure he's a great bus driver. We'd love to have him drive for Hampton Heights too. But anyways, Joe was putting bikes out in front of his bike shop in Cicero, right on Main Peru Street, across from the Dairy Queen in Cicero. And if somebody wanted a free bike, they could go and grab one. And Joe said it was okay, and Channel 13 did a story about him. Joe's a great dude. He's a great example of our community and the willingness to give and to share, and he's also really good at teach one to lead one. So thanks, Joe. Congratulations on getting on Channel 13, and thanks for giving away those bikes. It's pretty cool. And finally, number 5, this is This is really cool. Last month we talked about a Husky graduate who was living in New Mexico, won a big award. We got another Husky graduate who's written a math book. This Husky graduate is Theresa Morris. She graduated in the mid-1990s. Theresa has been a professor at Stanford. She's really into math education. She's going to help our high school with some math education stuff. But she wrote a book called The Monsters of Math Plan a Party. She wrote it with her 2nd grade grandnephew, who just happens to be a student at Hamilton Heights. So how cool is that? His name is Ryan Adkins. He's our 2nd grader, and that's the grandnephew. And then a high school kid that just graduated midterm at Hamilton Heights named Lou Hubble. She drew the picture. She's the illustrator. So we got 2 Husky graduates, one from the mid-1990s, one from the winter of 2022. She'll actually walk in 23. And then a Husky 2nd grader who wrote this math book. You can buy it on Amazon. It's called The Monsters of Math. It's a series of children's books which with a group of friends work together through everyday situations to learn how math skills help inform them of their decisions. So really cool stuff. Way to go, Huskies. That's awesome. My name's Derek Arrowood. I'm proud to be the superintendent of Hamilton Heights School Corporation. Make it a great day or not, the choice is yours.